Hello, my name is Michael, and today I thought I would do one of those little commentary videos that a lot of people like to make. I have made one of these before, but it didn't really turn out well, and the subject was kind of lame. So the game you're seeing now is Mirror's Edge, and it is my pathetic attempt to complete the second stage. So yes, I apologize for not providing you with any quality gameplay footage, but you know, that's all I have. So anyway, today I thought I would talk about an experience that's very special to me, and that is my first lucid dream. I had it a little bit over a week ago, yes. And yeah, so anyway, what I remember is that I was sitting in this bus, just a regular bus, and I decided to do a reality check. I did the reality check, and it showed that I was dreaming. And for those of you who do not know, a reality check is basically, well, what the name implies. It's a thing you do to test, to see if you are dreaming or if you are awake. So I did one of those reality checks. It worked. I held my nose and I kept my mouth closed and I tried to breathe, and that worked. I counted my fingers and I had 6 fingers, and that's when I realized that I had to be in a dream. That was, yeah. So anyway, when I realized that I was in a dream, when I came to this realization, I naturally became very excited. I got very excited, but I had read that a common mistake that a lot of beginners make when they have their first lucid dream, is that they become so excited that they wake themselves up. So the first thing I did was that I calmed myself down, because I really didn't want to wake up after a few seconds of lucidity. That would be kind of lame. So I did everything I could to calm down, and once I had managed to do that, I decided that I wanted to leave the bus. Now in Denmark, when in Denmark, in buses, by every seat there is one of these stop buttons. In real life in Denmark, you have these stop buttons. You push these stop buttons and it basically sends a signal to the bus driver that he's going to stop. He has to stop at the next bus stop, basically. So when you push that button, the bus will stop at the next bus stop. And the bus I was in had one of these buttons as well. But I didn't really have time to wait for the next bus stop. So I basically said out loud that when I push this button, the bus will stop immediately. I pushed the button, the bus stopped, and the doors opened, and I was free to explore the landscape. So I stepped out of the bus, and I found myself in this tropical area. The sun was shining, there was no clouds in the sky, and yes, and it was very warm, it was very hot, and I could feel the warmth, or the heat from the sun on my skin, you could say, and it felt really nice. So anyway, when I play games in real life, I usually go and look at the water, because if a game has water and if the game is trying to look realistic, I think it is very important that the water looks realistic. Realistic water in video games is something that I really, really like. I don't really know why, but that's just the way it is. So every time I play a game, I go to the nearest pond of water, or the nearest ocean, or the nearest shore, or whatever. I look at the water and see how realistic it is. So I did that with the dream as well. I went to the shore and I looked at the water to see how realistic it was. And my god, it looked just it just looked so real. And I looked around me and everything just looked so realistic. And I had to do another reality check to make sure that I was actually dreaming. And I never realized that my brain had such a good graphics card. So, I mean, everything just looked so real. And it's no wonder that we never realize we're dreaming when we're dreaming, unless we put some effort into it. Because they seem so real. It's insane. So the next thing I did was that I walked closer to the shore. I wanted to touch the water. I wanted to make my hand wet. I wanted to see how it was. And that's when the entire world started falling apart. I was blinking normally, like we always do. But when I was opening my eyes again, my right eye wouldn't open. And I even took my finger and I tried to force it open. But it was like someone had glued it shut. I just couldn't get it open, no matter how hard I tried. And my left eye started closing as well, and there was nothing I could do about it at all. It was like I was super duper tired, and the eye just closed, and I just couldn't do anything about it. And as it was closing, the colors started disappearing, and everything started turning black and white, and then started becoming blurry. And as all of this was happening, I yelled, "I want clarity now!" That's what I yelled, because I heard that yelling that would normally prevent the dream from, prevent you from waking up, I should say. It's a dream stabilization technique, yes, which is preventing you from waking up. And it didn't really work. But then again, I started to panic, and my attempt to stabilize the dream was very, very bad. So, but this is my first time, and yeah. So anyway, while I was in this dream, I decided that I wanted to control something, and then I changed my mind because it was my first time exploring my dreams, and I just had to get used to it a little bit to see how it was really like. So I decided to wait with the control part. Because in the lucid dream you can do all kinds of things. You can fly, you can summon people, you can summon objects, you can teleport to different places, you can relive past memories, you can do all kinds of things. But I decided to wait because I needed to get used to it. So anyway, moving on. So after the dream fell apart and everything turned black, and it felt like I was falling. It felt like I was falling through the ground. It's really hard to explain. But yeah, anyway, that's what it felt like. I was just falling. So anyway, I woke up again, and I was in this strange room. I've never been in that room before. In front of me was a laptop, and on that laptop was Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And next to me was my sister. I did another reality check, because it seemed odd that I suddenly found myself in a room that I'd never been in before. I did a reality check, and again it showed that I was dreaming. So that's when I stood up and told my sister that I was going to the grocery store. And she asked if she could borrow my computer. I said yes. And as I was walking out the door, I woke up, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, when I woke up, I felt really excited, because I've been trying to lucid dream for the past 8 months. It's insane. Now, normally for most people, it really doesn't take that long, but for me, however, I've been trying on and off, and when I've been trying, it's been really half-assed attempts. It's really not been anything special. I haven't really done anything out of it. But after this first lucid dream, I've realized that this is something that I really, really want to keep working on, and it's a skill that I want to keep developing, and it's something that I want to master, really. I want to see what kinds of things I can find in my dream, and what I can learn about myself and things like that. So yeah. So another thing that a lot of people recommend that you do when you start practicing lucid dreaming is that you keep a dream journal in order to improve your dream recall. Now, I have never really made a big deal out of this, because I thought that if I had a dream where I was consciously aware I was dreaming, I had to remember that dream, I couldn't just forget that dream. But when I woke up from that when I woke up from that lucid dream, it just started. I just started forgetting things, so I just had to quickly write it down. And this is when I realized that it's just as easy to forget lucid dreams as it is to forget regular dreams. And so, for all of you people out there who want to begin to lucid dream, and you don't take dream journaling that seriously, you need to step up your game, and you need to start writing in that dream journal, because because of the reason I just told you. So anyway, lucid dreaming is an activity that I recommend to everybody. And if you haven't heard of it, or if you don't know much about it, I highly recommend that you go on the internet and you look it up, you search lucid dreaming, and read and watch and listen, and just gather all of the information that you can find about lucid dreaming. How you can achieve a state of lucidity in your dreams, and how what you can do in your lucid dreams. I mean, not only can you live out your fantasies, but you can also get to know yourself better. You can do all kinds of awesome things in your dreams that I really, really can't wait to try. So anyway, thank you for watching. This was quite lengthy, and sorry for my broken English. I hope you understood what I was saying. I didn't use a script, so this is why this is why I didn't really seem prepared to do this. So, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Probably didn't, but I hope you did. And yeah, thank you for watching.